We are live. Hello, hello,
Hi,
everybody. Happy Wednesday.
happy Wednesday.
Hello.
Beautiful Wednesday here today.
Yes, yes.
And
It's
it's
Happy
a
sunny.
beautiful
Wednesday.
sunny day. Yes, napakaganda ng araw.
Yeah,
Yes.
sunny. What's the temperature today, coach?
14, but it
Oh,
feels
14. Oh,
warmer.
yeah,
But
yeah.
by the lake, it's a little cooler, but it's still good because the sun is out. So it's beautiful.
Nice sunny
Yes.
day. Oh,
Beautiful.
yeah. So, kamusta kayong dalawa? How are you two? How are you two?
Very
Amazing.
good. Yes.
Very
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
I was just
okay.
out before our podcast, so enjoying the lake, by the lake, and did a
Talagang,
go live actually.
talagang you're outdoor person talaga, coach.
I love it. I love it. Especially the weather's getting better, right? You want to be
Yes.
out there, get some sunshine, fresh air.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Spring is here. Spring is here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, welcome everyone. Welcome those of you who are watching us and those of you who are going to be watching this on a replay. Welcome to our episode 29, di ba?
Oh
29.
Wow.
my gosh, 29
29.
already. Congratulations to us.
I,
Grabe.
I can't believe it, and congratulations to all of us for having
Yes,
to do
congratulations.
29 weeks, right? 29 weeks of this go
Yes.
live session. Huh?
Yeah.
That's very good. Very,
Yes.
very,
True.
very well dedicated. But anyway, today I am your host, and today's topic is all about um, you don't need more time because you may need better priorities. Okay. So,
Mm,
I mean, we all have 24 hours in a day. So, why do some people move forward while others feeling stuck? So, a lot of people say, I don't have time. We've said it all, or, maybe later, or maybe tomorrow or so. We sort of procrastinate. But is it really about time? Or is it about choosing the right priorities for you or for us? So, on this episode of our next chapter, we'll be diving into small shifts of priorities. We'll be discussing this and sharing it with our audience and followers tonight, um, because these priorities can create big changes in your life, right?
mhm.
So, because sometimes it's not about more time, really. It's not really about more time. It's because um, focusing about worrying about focusing on what really truly matters to each and every
Mhm.
one of us, right? So
Mhm.
today, this afternoon, we're going to be discussing some points along with my co-host here, Coach Mildred and Ariane. We'll be sharing with you some insights and some of the things that we have in our minds that we've shared as well previously, but we just want to share it more to you, our audience, and to our followers today or tonight or this morning, wherever you're watching this from. So anyway, Coach, maybe I know. You know what? Maybe I think what we should do is introduce yourselves first. So let's go with Ariane. Ariane, will you introduce yourself first?
Yes, hello, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'm Arian, and I am a Filipina. I'm originally from Manila, Philippines. I'm now here based in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, with my husband and two kids. I have two boys, so right now they are in their Taekwondo school. The husband drove them there, so yeah, I'm here alone at home, and I am an IT analyst. I have juggled multiple jobs, in the past years since we came here in Canada, and now I'm working full time back in IT and also doing this business on the side, helping working professionals and parents, create another income stream online. Go ahead, Coach.
Yes. Hi, everybody. This is Mildred. I am currently in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, originally from Cebu and Manila, Philippines. I have an adult son, and I have been able to retire earlier. I was a former flight attendant and a social worker, and in between, I actually wore many hats. So I was in the corporate world, in HR, human resources, in customer service, in sales and marketing, and went back to my field in social work. And now I'm full time CEO of my own online business and helping others really thrive in the online space. Thank you, Joseph.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Thank you for that, you too. And so my name is Joseph from Hamilton, Canada. I am a retired IT professional from the banking industry. I'm a husband and two boys, grown-up boys, that is, on their way in their careers. I am a sort of financial coach, so self-taught on financial planning and retirement planning. At the same time, a very proud digital business owner. Along with these ladies here, I am originally from Manila, Philippines. Migrated here way back in the '80s. But you know what we do here really is really helping parents or individuals
Mm-hmm.
earn online or to start a digital business, right? Such as ours. So tonight, we'll be sharing. I'm going to be asking some questions to these two wonderful ladies, and maybe we will hear something about their perspective on this topic. Okay, so again, the topic is about you don't need more time, you need better priorities, right? Coach actually, Coach Larry just texted me, but anyway, I'll call him.
Oh, okay, Larry.
So anyway, so the first question, okay, I'm gonna ask both of you, and maybe you can share, obviously, with our audience here. First question that I have for both of you is, what do you think are the common time traps that people fall into? What do you think that they feel on a normal basis when they feel this, the time crunch in their daily lives? So who wants to go first and answer this question?
Go ahead,
Okay,
coach.
I can
Ariane, you want to
go.
go first?
Go ahead,
Okay,
coach.
go ahead, coach.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, especially in these modern days, there's so many distractions, right?
Mhm.
There are really so many distractions, and I feel that the days are just going by so fast. So sometimes we're so busy, 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 but there's really no clarity into where we're going. Busyness versus productivity. I was just busy doing stuff like cleaning the house, organizing, going through your emails and stuff. But is it really aligned with what your goal is, right? If your goal is this business, right? Is it going towards that goal? Are you helping other people, right? And so many distractions. Social media for now. I'm also, sometimes you're on your phone and you have you schedule your time, right? I block
Mhm.
time, do this, a few hours doing this, a few hours doing that. But sometimes when you see something very, very like catchy, it's like, oh, okay, let's see. And then I catch myself, oh my gosh, I've been scrolling now for 30 minutes, sometimes hour. It's like, oh my gosh, go back to my priority, right? There are so many distractions, and we really have to be mindful of what our goal is, whether, what state you are in your life, right? And then I think we really have to be mindful of what we are using our time, because you said earlier, Joseph, true, each one of us has 24 hours a day, nothing less, nothing more.
Yeah.
So why are we seeing other people are so productive, they're
Mm.
going towards their goals, and why are still people stuck where they're at, and we have the same hours, right? So why
Yeah.
is so I'll give the rest to Aryan, kasi ang
Thank
dami, di ba? There's so many
Yeah,
distractions.
yeah, there's a lot. But for me personally, I think for you, coach, it's the scrolling, right? For me, it's Netflix.
Ah,
Sometimes when we are watching Netflix or series, watching
yes,
series, because
yes.
for my family, it's a bonding time for us, especially with
Mhm.
the kids, because the kids can easily like watch YouTube reels, but for us, it's so much better if we're watching it together, at least, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Compared to that, if they're just also kind of doing next with
Yes,
YouTube
yes.
reels. But I've talked to a lot of people in this business. Those people who are inquiring about our business, and a lot of them also say they are busy. They don't have time for this kind of business. And I think it's not the lack of time. It's just that we are not aware where our time is going,
Mhm,
right? So
mhm.
sometimes, like you said, or what I shared about, watching, binge watching, or scrolling, we didn't know that we've been spending like hours and hours, doing that already, right? And then
Mhm.
sometimes also, aside from that, um, like what we've discussed earlier, saying yes to everything. We were like
Yes.
to tell Coach Joseph here that
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
saying yes to everything.
Pointing finger.
Yeah, but you know what? I was also like that when I was in the corporate world. I was an IT programmer then. I think it was the first 5 years in my career, and I think it's also not just because I want to accomplish things or
Mhm.
climb the corporate ladder, but also because I want to like prove myself to my team,
Mm.
or
Yeah.
also to tell them that I am a responsible and reliable employee. And sometimes, people forget that our time is valuable. Like,
Yes.
right? So we easily say yes to everything. So yeah, I think those are the most common time traps for me.
Parang ano yan, people pleasing. You want to please
Yes.
everybody,
Yeah.
especially for Filipinos, I think, right? You don't
Yeah,
want
very
to
common, right?
disappoint, if they ask something, oh my
Mm-mm.
gosh, it is already, you already have so many things on your plate. But if
Mm.
somebody asks you, oh, can you do this? Can you help us here? Okay, okay, I'll try to squeeze it in. Right? So
Even
I'll
if
try
we
to
don't
squeeze
have
it in. So sometimes your priorities, okay, where are your priorities, right?
yeah.
What is the most important thing to you, right? It's
Yes.
important to, this is great. I actually like this topic because it's also a reminder for us. For
Mm.
us, we're also learning. It's not just for our viewers, right? We also
Mm.
learn as we discuss these things because
Mm.
it really is about being have clarity in where we're going, right? Being
Yeah.
mindful, being intentional about our
Mm.
times because time
Yeah.
is so precious. This is the commodity that when it's gone, it's gone. We cannot even get
Yes.
it back,
Yeah.
right? So that commodity is so important.
And also,
Mm-hmm.
if I may share, I think I've read this or listened this from an audiobook, and also from Diary of a CEO. Like, I think it's he's a businessman, and he said, because the question was, how was he able to go from like zero to really becoming a millionaire. And he said,
Yeah, yeah.
when he had his job, he tried to like just do what is expected of him, nothing more, nothing less.
Mhm.
And then he tried to like do the business itself together with the job. But the goal is like, I think it's what we are forgetting here, like what is really the goal. So his goal was to replace that job with his business, and that's how he like tried to
Mhm.
catch up with whatever he's getting
Mm,
from his job,
yes,
in his business, and that's how he became a millionaire.
yes.
So yeah.
That's absolutely right, true, Arya. Kasi with me naman, I mean, I'm guilty as well. I used to be, I used to scroll and watch the feeds on social media. I was so guilty of that so many times, and it actually um, makes me wonder really how much time I've spent doing that, just watching them. But with this digital business, it has taught us to be more productive, right?
Mm,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Because as we
Mhm.
waste a lot of small time of what is scrolling, whatever, those times actually adds up at the end, right? So
Mhm.
but by joining this digital business, we are now thinking about how do we become more productive, right? How do we
Yes,
become more productive now with this digital
yes.
business? So with me, my mindset was, you know what, I was scrolling a long time ago, I was scrolling and watching the feeds and entertaining myself, but at the same time I said to myself, why don't I turn this into uh, an income source. So that's why I also happened to start looking for an online business. Because while
Mhm.
I'm already in social media and already posting, why not make
Correct.
money out of it, right? So
Correct.
really being
Yes.
more productive in a way, right? So that's sort of
Mhm.
how I see it. But you're right, Ariane. Being in the corporate world, we're sort of trained as part of our, I think, customer service type. We're trained to sort of always say yes. That we can, we can do it. We can try our best to solve whatever problem it is that's given to us. But because being in the corporate world, no is really not an answer, right? No is not an answer. It's really about how how dedicated you are and how
Mhm.
resourceful you are in helping this organization. So
Yes.
it's
Yes.
not any different with our digital business, right? So that's why our transition is very, 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 very easy and very simple transition from the corporate world, especially when you have a good company that you're working with, onto the digital space, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, no, I totally agree with both of you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Are we ready for the next question? Are we ready?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, so the next question is, let's see, yeah. So how do you shift from being busy to being productive? Coach Mildred, you want to go first?
Okay. Well, there are so many things, right? So even as I said,
Hmm.
we are online business owners. So how do we do that? Sometimes when I wake up in the morning after I do my work, my routine, my morning routine, right? The night before, actually, I already try as much as possible to already have an itinerary for the
Mm.
day. Really, yes, because I know me. Sometimes there's so many things, you already have priorities, but in the course of the day there are some other things that pop up, an emergency here, you're needed there, you need to show up here, they're asking for your help here. It's like, how do you prioritize that, right? Because listen, we all have families as well. We have
Mm.
families, we have extended families, we have our business, we have our friends, right? And so many other things that take our time as well, that we have dedicated our time, right? So I try to really organize it in such a way that I am focusing on not 10, not 20 priorities, but the top three things that I have to do. So at least I know that if I do that, I am really targeting the ones that will move me forward, not just endless scrolling, or not just you're replying to emails here
Mhm.
and there, emails come and go, but the three priorities, really three top things that are important to me for that day. And I really want to, because when you do that, you know that your life is going to move forward, right?
Mm.
So um and I ask my question sometimes. I really have to, like, this is something that I do on a daily basis. Wait a minute. Is what I'm doing really moving me forward? Is this helping me, or is this just a a waste of time, right?
Mm.
So sometimes you have to be strategic there. Sometimes you have to, like, really prioritize your time. As we all said, the people pleasing, saying yes to everybody, right? um, and I try to block the time,
Mm,
because
yes.
sometimes you're on your laptop, you're sitting down, and you don't realize you're already there for an hour, 2 hours. You didn't even stand up or stretch, right? Block that time. You gotta stretch, because otherwise you're going to be so stiff, and it
Mm.
makes you also more productive if you do that, right?
Yes.
So those are just some of the ways. There's so many ways that, yeah, we're busy, 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 but busy doing what? What are
Mm.
you busy with? Like, yes, you need to clean the house, but okay, if there's something more pressing right now, right? You are needed here in your business. I will concentrate on the business first. That can go later, right? Right. There's so many things, but it really is a matter of getting used to a daily routine and
Mm.
sticking to that, but still being flexible in a way that you can still accommodate ones that are really going to help you be in line with your goal,
Mm. Yes.
right? Yes.
So true.
Okay. So Aryan.
Yes, coach. That's very true sa akin. But whatever what you said, it's very practical tip. But for me, how do I shift from being busy to being productive is I always think about time, like how important is the time for me, because
Mm-hmm.
we don't have unlimited time, right?
I
And yeah, and I think I realized this when I talked to my therapist, early this year, that I think I'm trying to accomplish things because I'm thinking about time. Like I don't have enough time to like do this or finish this, or what I think about when I try to think about my parents as well,
mm,
like because I'm in the sandwich generation, right? Like I do have aging parents and I do have, kids to take care of.
Mm.
Whenever I think about them, that's also why I always try my best to bring them to travels, is because I don't have, I always don't have enough time to spend with them, the quality time. So I think that's what at the back of my mind, even when I'm doing all these stuff at home, on a daily basis, I still have that thought idea that I don't have all the time in the world to do everything. So so you're right, I also try to prioritize, but the things that I try to prioritize are the things that really are very important to me, like
mm, mm-hmm.
family, my kids.
Yeah.
Business is a priority for me right now because my
Mm-hmm.
goal is to replace the job,
Yes.
right? Eventually. So, and
Yes.
also, I think what I think about is that, when I started here in Canada, when I was juggling, multiple jobs together with the study, I prayed so hard so that I could have at least one day to take care of myself and my family.
Mm, mm,
And what happened was it was given to me. And then I had an epiphany wherein I realized that, you know, being, having that one day, that tells a lot. That's when I realized that whenever I whenever I prepare for a travel,
mm.
always get excited. I always get excited whenever we're going to places we've never been before. Like
Yes.
we're arranging, hotels and to visit, places we've never been before. I always get excited, but why am I not excited when I'm why am I not as excited when it's about God? And so that's when
About, sorry, about,
about God.
okay.
So I don't really. I mean, before I didn't really go to church for mass.
Mm,
There was a period in my life that I was like that, like
mhm,
go to work,
mhm,
work, work, work.
Mm.
mhm.
And then when I came, I had an epiphany that when that day was given to me, why am I just thought of it like, why am I so excited when it comes to travel, but not as excited when it comes to God?
Mm,
So I try to compare like the things that is important to me so that I know that these are the priorities.
mhm.
And so
Yeah.
starting then, I go to church every Saturday because that's my only available day. I work on Sundays, right? And that's when I started going to church every Saturday with my family.
Mhm.
So I guess it's just, what are those very important things for you? How are you going to prioritize them? How are
Yes.
you going to give time, so that you can accomplish those? And if, as you said, coach, if it's aligned with your goals, how are you going to make time for it?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
that's for me. Go back to you, Kuya Joseph.
No, great answers, both of you. Thank you for that. What I would say, I mean, this digital business. Well, I mean, once you become an entrepreneur, right? Once you become an entrepreneur, you really have to be very organized. You really have to be very organized. And you're right. We have to have our list of priorities, right? So we
Mhm.
have to know. which one is the most priority versus the lesser priorities, whatever. We all have to do that. Now, maybe for some people it's easier for them to do routines, right, to have a scheduled routine, but with us I find it very easy na lang to have you just be organized, like what Coach Mildred saying. Even the night before, you're already thinking about what are the things you need to do the night before. With me, I just list them. And then I just choose which one is, the priority. But being organized, right? Obviously, like I said, you have to be organized. You have to discipline yourself for being
Mhm.
organized as
Big
well.
one. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Pick one, right? So to
Mhm.
me, I both agree with what both of you have shared. Now, obviously, when you have your priorities and you're becoming more and more productive, I want to ask both of you, um, what sort of simple, or what one simple habit that you had made to improve your time, the use of your time. What can you share with us as to what that habit is? Coach, you want to go first?
Okay, I said earlier, really, the habit really for me is really starting each day. What are the top three things? That's what I want to concentrate on. That I have to focus on today, right? The top three.
Mm.
Because every day I have an itinerary. I write them down. I have been doing this since siguro high school, university. For
Wow.
Wow.
example, April 22, Wednesday, itinerary. Number one, number two, number three. Yes, I've been doing that. So, but now that, you know, we are parents, we have more demands on our time, right?
Mm.
When
Mhm.
you
Mm.
were single, it was simpler. But now
Mhm.
we have a family, we have kids. So it is more, the dynamics change. So then again, I have to change how I look at life. So now I really have to pick, okay, so I don't get overwhelmed because I want, yes, I have retired. I want to live life more simple, more peaceful, but more uh, really focused on what I want to focus on at this stage in my life. And this stage really is to be more, I am purpose driven, right? As what I want to do in my online business. I want to help all hardworking parents and immigrants really start their own online business so they can have freedom and flexibility and the resources to do the things that they love to do. So I
Mm.
have to focus on the top three. What are the top three? Out of the 10, maybe that I listed down. Okay? So if I finish the top three, the rest will be bonus, right? At least I focus on that because I'm also guilty. Sometimes I also focus on the ones that are not priority because
Mm.
they're simpler. Para, okay, let me start here first or let me do this first. And then the big ones, the most important ones, yung naiwan sa list mo. But
Mhm.
now I try to really turn it around and it's still a work in progress, right?
Mm.
And I believe that as long as there's life, there's hope, we can always change it for the better, right? And that's what we're here for. We are here for lifelong learning. Learning doesn't stop. So yun talaga ang number one na or i-prioritize ko, right?
Mhm.
Because like discipline is so important in focusing on what it is because there's so many things yet Netflix, sometimes YouTube, I find a movie, oh, this is nice, I'm listening to a podcast, right? And then I scroll, I said, oh, this is a nice let me see what it's all about.
Yeah. And then before you know it, you've been here for like an hour.
Yes, it's like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I've got to stop this, I got to stop this. And the time, sometimes you say, okay, I need to go to bed at 10. But sometimes it's already 11, it's already 12, it's already 1 in the morning. Said, oh my gosh, I need to stop that. So, it's all a work in progress. We're not perfect, but we
Mm.
are striving to be better at what we do. And at the same time, other people also emulate that. They see that, right? So it's really important to know that, yes, we are in this business together, but we are learning and growing and getting better at what we do.
Mhm.
So that for me is so important. Okay.
Oh,
About
thank you,
you,
Coach.
Ariane. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Coach. Yeah, so for me naman, yes, sometimes I also do that. Like I write the the tasks in a day, but also because you've already provided that as a tip, with me naman, before I sleep, I try to review what what I did for the day. What is it that
Mm,
I did for the day? So
mm,
whenever I think about the things that I did for the day, and then the next one, the next idea would be, am I at peace? I mean, did I do the priorities? Did
yes.
I like, because I try to take it one day at a time. So
Mm,
sometimes there's a lot. So for example, for this week, um what was my schedule this week? So yesterday I did meet with ladies who are volunteers for our community, FB community. And I still did the business, like, during the day, but in the afternoon, that's when I met them. And I try to block that time, to talk to them and not schedule any other thing because that would distract me as well. I wanted to focus on, talking to them. And then today it's our time, it's this your next chapter
podcast.
live, yeah,
Yes.
every Wednesday. So whenever I schedule, and then tomorrow we're gonna meet because we're gonna do the
Yes.
so
Yes.
I try as much as possible to do one major thing for this business at a time. And then the habit that is really working for me is to try to think about the things that I did for the day, and then think about how I feel about it. Am I at peace? Did I do the right things, or am I not forgetting, things that I have scheduled, So yeah, I think also discipline, what you said, Coach Joseph and Coach Mildred, are very important because that discipline will motivate. It's like you leading yourself, motivating yourself, right? So, and it's hard. It's hard to
Oh,
motivate
yes.
yourself when when there are things happening, around you, and which makes you feel like it's make you feel negative or down at times. It's hard to show up,
Yeah.
right? So discipline, and I think it will boil down again to mindset pa rin. If you're going
Mm,
to still nurture, the mindset, try to watch mindset stuff in YouTube, listen to audiobooks that will nurture the mindset. I think it really, really helps a lot. So
mhm.
yeah, those are the habits that I was able to build along this business journey, and I'm really very happy about that because before I wasn't like this. I wasn't like this. It's so hard. It's like I'm letting life happen to me. So now I
Evolving.
already taking.
Evolving.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
now you're controlling life. More
Yes.
life.
Right.
You're more in control. Max.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's-
Max. Teka. Wait a sec. I just caught something there earlier. You said you guys meeting tomorrow. Am I
oh,
invited?
you're included. Yeah, of course.
If you're available, because as I said, you have too many things going on, huh? At
Yes.
the same
I
time.
I have my priorities,
Ah,
which is you guys.
what
You
is it? Is it 6 o'clock or 8 tomorrow,
Eight, I
Ariane?
think. Eight.
Okay, whatever time you're
Yeah, yeah,
available.
yeah,
Yes, you
okay,
can join us, of course.
okay,
yeah.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh, so my naman is about my habit naman is about I think Coach Mildred already mentioned this. It's really um, being organized and listing the stuff that you need to do for the next day, right? But to me, one thing that I like to add with that is really being intentional, especially
Mhm.
very very intentional, especially when you are running a digital business, right? We have to be very intentional and consistent, right? I mean, one day, you know, we can't break that habit because if we do break that habit, it's not gonna be productive, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm,
we
mhm.
have to be consistent and we have to be intentional. So that's one thing that I always do. I try on a daily basis, always, you know, you can say pre-thinking about what you're going to be doing for the day, or even before the day happens. But sometimes it doesn't always work that way, right? Because say
Mm-hmm.
during the day you might get a phone call, an emergency, you got to do this, you got.
Yes,
But still, when you
yes,
get back into it, you still
yes,
have your priorities, right? So
yes.
really, it's just getting to that discipline routine, right?
Yes.
It's
Oh,
just
can I just add? I know we're on the top of
yes,
the hour here, top of
that's
the
okay.
time, but just to give a picture. Picture this. It's like you have a big glass, right? You
Mm.
have a big glass. So if you want your priorities to be in there first, oh, Jonah, oh. Hello from New Jersey. Oh, dami nating ano.
Hello,
Hello,
Jonah.
how are
Hello,
you,
Mila.
Mila?
Ate Mila.
So picture this, right? You have a big glass. So
Mm.
your priorities would be if you put like maybe a stone, right? Big stones muna. You need 3 or 4
Yeah.
stones, right? Those are the first ones you put into the glass. And then you add the pebbles, which are the other, maybe things that you also need to also add to your day that you
Mm.
need to attend to. And then the others would be sand. Because what happens if you do it the other way? If you put the sand first, there's no place anymore for the pebbles nor the big stones. So
Mhm.
I learned that actually in school. Yung analogy ba na, so you put it in your brain na parang, oh, that's right. You have to add first the big stones and then the pebbles and then the sand. That's
Mhm.
another way of looking at it. I just wanted to share that with you all.
Very nice analogy.
Di
That's
ba?
good. Yeah, it's like a process, not process. It's a
Yeah,
Yeah.
process.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
To prioritize, yeah.
Yeah,
Prioritize it.
And
Yeah.
also,
yeah,
if
process.
I may quickly add, Kuya, I remember when we did the Tony Robbins training last time.
Uh,
Like,
Yes.
that's why it's also important to be disciplined and to build the habit. It's also because it's so easy to fall into the cracks and go back to our old patterns.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. So
so
true.
yeah, that's why it's really important to build the habit, and then build the habit of putting your priorities first, of course, because if
Yeah.
you don't do that, like, you really lose the time. You don't become the productive
Yeah.
person that you need to be
Yes.
in a day. Yeah.
But at the same time, we cannot be too rigid because, as
Yeah.
Joseph said, yes, our priorities are there. But
Yes,
if
you need to
there's
be
an
flexible.
emergency, like emergency that really needs your attention, your family,
yeah.
emergency, of course, you have to be flexible enough to put that also in your
Mm,
schedule because, of course, you need to attend to that, right?
mm,
So, in
yeah.
a way, we also have to be flexible. But on a day-to-day basis, it's good to have those priorities in place,
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And it's amazing. It's really amazing what this digital business had taught us, right? Really, yeah. It really
Mm,
is, because now we've really learned all these behaviors and habits because we are now an entrepreneur, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we now know how to spend our time. I know. I mean,
Yes.
everybody, like Coach Mildred said, everyone has 24 hours. All of us has 24 hours. But at the
Yes.
end of the day, it's a matter of how you choose your time, right, wisely, right, and
Yes.
productivity, right? So I mean, I think it's a great topic to discuss.
Oh, yes. You can stay here for hours.
Yeah,
mm,
yeah, I know. And the thing is that if you really apply this in their day-to-day lives, and if you really think about it, looking at it from working for an employer versus running your own business, it really is a very, I mean, it's a great experience, but at the same time, it's an experience that will benefit you solely because you are in control of
Yes.
your business or whatever you do, right? So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to me, the people, for those people who are actually watching us, it really is. It's not about the difference in time. It's really how we make use of that time, right? And
Yes.
being
Yes.
very, very productive, like as in being productive with our lives and being productive with the business that we have to enjoy our lives in the future, right? So, I mean, yeah, thank you so much for both of you. This is a great topic, and I think I won't be surprised if we get some comments and questions along the way. But we promise everyone, obviously, that any questions that come up in the comment section, we will definitely connect with them and reply. But any last words about today's episode, Coach Mildred and Ariane, any last words?
It's really is about, in life and in business, we need to be strong enough to just go, go, go. It's
Yeah.
not just about, prioritizing, and you have to have grit.
Mm.
Grit.
Yeah.
Just go on, no matter how hard it is. Go on. It may be hard today, okay, take a rest, but go on again tomorrow. Like, pick yourself up and go on,
Yeah.
because that's life. We cannot just give up on life.
Mm.
No, because we all go through ups and downs. Life happens, right? Life
Yes.
happens. We
Yeah.
know that, right?
Mm.
You know, and we just have to be mindful of that
Mm.
we are not robots. We are human beings. We have feelings, we have emotions, so we have to take care of our emotional, psychological, physical, mental
Yeah.
health, right? So
Yeah.
all in a nutshell. But through it all, that's why we're here. Our community is here because we help each other, we support each other, encourage and inspire each other to just go on. Never, never give up. 'Di ba?
Yes, that's
Go
right.
lang tayo. Ano 'yun? Walang atras. Forward lang tayo. Forward march.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Ariane? What about you?
Yeah, no, Coach Mildred said everything. So, I just also would like to remind our audience that here in our community, this is what we do. Like we try to inspire and motivate each other because we are one in this business, and we teach people how to really nurture the mindset of being a real entrepreneur. So
Yes.
that's what we do here. So if you are curious or interested about our business, our online business, you can just register in our websites that's flashed on the screen, and then we'll be happy to guide you step by step.
Wow, thank you so much. You two are awesome, talagang professionals talaga na.
Wow, and thank you too
Thank you for
for being a
hosting.
host
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh, well,
Amazing questions.
you're welcome. You're welcome. And to our viewers out there, for on I mean, speaking on behalf of these two ladies, we're really here to support and guide each and every one of you. A lot of people are very skeptical about what this digital business is about. Well, don't be, because if you take that small step, you will certainly appreciate it, because there's going to be somebody with you throughout the whole journey, right? So we're here to support each other, like Ariane said. We're here to mentor each other. We're here to motivate each other. We're to support each
Excuse
other.
me.
For those of you who are inquiring or even looking for starting a digital business that is um, uh, I would say less riskier, right? Less riskier or no risk at all. Why don't you try out this digital business and just sign up on our websites here? You can see our websites underneath our names. Just sign up with your email and full name and email address, and we'll certainly get back to you. So, I mean, that until our next episode, I think that's it for now. We'll see you again next week. Bye for now,
Next
everyone.
Wednesday, next
Next
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
See
Bye
you
bye.
guys.
See
Yes,
you
bye.
next Wednesday,
Thank you.
guys. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Coach
much.
Mildred. Thank you for
Thank
Joseph.
you.
Thank you. Amazing, amazing evening. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.